Yeah, what do we want to do for the intro?
um, I mean, did we decide on a name?
For the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like off hours with Luke and Casey.
Yeah, and we're gonna be explaining like programming and such, right?
Yeah, just kind of talking.
So what about like different programming languages like C sharp? I
Okay.
don't know, P for Python. I don't know. Just flying
Well,
across the
Python has a
screen.
logo, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that too. Just
Yeah.
like kind of flying at you.
Okay. Like warp speed from Star Wars.
Yeah. Think you can? Think you got the skills to do it?
One, two, three, let's go!
All right, hey guys. Welcome to Off Hours with Luke and Casey. I'm Luke, also known as the Investor Bot on YouTube, and this is my brother. Say hi.
Casey,
Yeah,
I
I
guess.
was waiting. I was waiting for you to say hi.
Yeah. Hello. I am Casey.
So we decided we were going to start a podcast and just kind of talk about. We're both interested in coding and finance, and it's kind of a good way for us to keep in touch with each other and just talk about stuff and see if you guys enjoy listening to it or not.
I definitely learn a lot more about all the subjects as well.
Yeah, for sure. So, do you want to tell them a little bit about your background, and then I'll go, and then we can kind of move into some topics.
Yeah, sure. So hello, I'm Casey. I'm a software engineer. I've worked with C Sharp for a few years now, with web development, APIs, micro front ends, microservices. Also done a little bit of game development on the side with Unity. I'm hoping to get some like basic tutorials up for all these different subjects and just try and learn and help people learn some more. Yeah.
Cool. Uh, and I am Luke. You know me from uh, the channel here.
Mhm.
I went to school for cyber operations and currently don't really use that at all for work, but I obviously use that kind of knowledge for the channel and just working on side projects and keeping my skills up and stuff. And it's fun working with Casey on different projects and stuff because we both have pretty different areas of expertise. Coding and computer science is a very big, broad topic, so it's
Yeah.
hard to be an expert in everything for sure.
I'd definitely love to try out some Python with you at some point and actually like get together and just code. It could be like a live stream or just one of your YouTube videos or whatever.
Yeah, we could do something like that. I wanted to. So one of the earlier videos on my channel, before I figured out how to make thumbnails look cool, um, was teaching like the basics of Python while I'm trying to hit the Balmer peak. You know what the Balmer
Yeah.
peak is, right?
Nope.
Yes, you. Oh my God, it's
Do I?
the blood alcohol content at which you're best at coding.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
not what I
yeah.
call it.
That's the scientific name for it. All right.
Oh, okay. I
So I
call
did
it the
that,
sweet spot.
and it was a dog shit video, but it still got some people, interested and taught a little bit of basics of Python. But I'd be down to revisit that and try to make it better.
Are
I've got
you
this
like stumbling over your words?
a little bit, and just like I didn't really have a good plan going in, so I kind of just started talking about random things in Python that like you can do,
Gotcha.
and like there would be points where I'd like introduce something and then realize that I didn't introduce like more basic topic that you need to know how to do that thing, and a little all over the place.
I
But
see.
yeah, that'd be fun to revisit. I recently have discovered how to make good thumbnails, and I like it a lot. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be a hit or not, but I like putting my logo or like a computer screen with my logo on it over top of like generic reaction pictures of people.
How are you like
I
doing
just
it with
think it's
the?
really goofy.
Are you doing it with the video editing, or
No, I
is there
use
another tool that
Canva,
you've used?
not sponsored.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull up a new upcoming video. I'll probably upload it before this is uploaded.
Oh, just to show it.
I think I sent it to you. the
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did you like that?
Awesome. Yeah, I thought it was that's funny.
I sent
How
it
did you?
to I sent it to Serena, my wife, for those listening, and she was like, "Not my style, but I can see how it's funny to the people you're making this content for."
Nice. I can definitely see her saying that.
Yeah, but I think it's really like I was giggling to myself as I was making it. So,
Were you at the sweet spot, whatever you called it?
I was pretty drunk. You need to sometimes to get that creativity out, you know?
Yeah, I've definitely done that when writing short stories and such.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that's something we can talk about. So, when it comes to web coding or web development, I guess is the technical term, um, there's all kinds of new stuff that I don't know anything about now. What's your website called again? I'll pull it up for the podcast.
Livinglifeweekly.com.
Yeah. So you did this all
Just
yourself, which is pretty cool.
well, I had like the skeleton sort of say or sort of speak and like the muscles of the website and all that.
Yeah.
I'll admit I was just too lazy to figure out how to actually add all these files to a server. And so I
Right.
just cheated and went to GoDaddy and made a WordPress
Well,
website.
I mean, hosting your own server is just a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But yeah, I my website is all GoDaddy, like
Hmm.
for the design and everything. That's funny. When I type
Yeah.
your website into my browser, it pops up after like the first letter, and mine does not pop up at all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean that one's just I just have like a weekly blog, and if I ever have some creativity flowing for short stories, I write some and
I got to
post
get
them.
better about. My website is very outdated.
Yeah, I remember looking at that last week or the week before, and I was like, "What? What happened?
Yeah,
Where'd he
because
go?"
my most recent YouTube upload on here is my like second ever upload, and it's probably like 15 videos ago now.
Mm.
So
You have 15 videos already?
let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Yeah, you do a
13,
lot.
14, 15, 16, 18, and a couple shorts. Um,
Are you are you still doing shorts? I
I
know you were doing
haven't
that
for
with
a while because the ones that I post as like me coding something don't get many views at all.
yeah.
The only one that got any views was like posting my setup, and people in the comments were kind of mean. So
Can
um,
you can you disable comments?
yeah, you can, I guess. Hmm. I wouldn't do
I
that
mean,
though.
more views. What can I say?
But yeah, so web coding is definitely something that I cannot do well. Like if you asked me to code a website, it would be just all HTML, JavaScript, and CSS.
So, like HTML and CSS, you can do a lot with just those two.
You can, it
But then
just
it,
takes you so much longer than it does if you actually know how to use the new
yeah,
fancy
that's true.
tools.
I mean JavaScript's not new or fancy.
No, I know, but I mean like the like Angular and
Oh yeah.
is Angular even new anymore? Or is that old now?
Uh, I think there's different versions of it that are new, but I think Angular's kind of old now.
Yeah.
The new one I think is Blazor and React and all that.
Yeah, React.
React is pretty fun actually. I still hate front end development, but React makes it so much easier.
Yeah, I got to get back into that. Uh, I've been noticing recently that a lot of my old skills have just kind of that I haven't been practicing. Like I've been doing a lot of Python, so my Python knowledge is still there, um, and like APIs and stuff. But I've started to get into some other videos lately, and my some of my old knowledge is just kind of fallen off.
Yeah,
It's crazy
I
how
feel like
quickly it goes.
I feel like you can do a lot with Python in terms of like web development.
Yeah, you
Actually,
can.
yeah, can you do front end
Hmm.
stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, there's some good stuff in there.
That is
I
one thing I liked about Python in college when I took the courses is that there is just so much that you can do that is just such a powerful language.
Yeah, like well, even like just Python in general. Like I don't know how to, there's a lot of stuff I don't know how to do with Python, but I know you can do it. Like there's even specific niches of like Python experts. Like I do a lot of bots, and web scraping stuff. There's people that are really, really good just like AI stuff.
Hmm.
But
My my one coworker has like a huge Discord server, I guess, channel. I don't know.
yeah,
Um,
I wanna get into making Discord bots because you can do that in
yeah,
Python.
yeah, he does it. He's done it for so long that he can just make one in like 15 minutes, and it would do like 10 different things for you.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to start getting into that. I'll probably make some videos about that in the near future.
Have
Um,
you have you tried it at all yet?
no, I think I
Gotcha.
downloaded the library and I think that's it.
Mhm.
I haven't
Is
done
your
anything with it.
I'm curious, is your file structure still very messy?
Yeah, yeah, it is. I also I didn't forget. I've been kind of lazy with some of my code. Like I know what functions are, you know? Like
I'd
I
hope so at this point.
I should I should when I write this code, I should write functions and then I can just import those functions into other code when I need it to do the same thing. But instead I just
That
copy paste everything over and over again. I really
do you
should
even have to import?
uh well,
So
so
I guess I don't know how Python works.
yeah, so I should make a file with all of my common functions in it, and then I can
Yeah.
import that file and just call those functions from a new piece of code, like a separate file.
So I don't know if Python has this capability. So you got to tell me. With C sharp, there's these things called extensions that, let's say you have an integer or whatever, and you want to have an extension that divides by 5.
Hmm.
You can make like a very quick extension and then do integer dot the function name. Can you
Yeah,
do anything like that in Python?
yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you had to make like a function and rather than uh like name the variable and then dot that function or I don't know.
Mm, so yeah,
We'll have I'll have to show you at some
yeah,
point.
I understand what you're saying. You have to do like the name of whatever the function is that you made, and then parentheses, and then whatever you want to send to the function. But you don't have to name it previous to that if you don't want to. Like you don't have to declare it
Gotcha.
as a variable.
Yeah.
Something we forgot to mention. Uh, we are hoping for this to be kind of a Q&A style podcast. So
Yeah.
um, if you want to leave questions in the comments about us or about different coding topics, finance topics, we'd be more than happy to ramble about whatever you guys want. Because really, my hope for this is that this is something you can kind of just throw on in the background while you're working on your own coding projects or watching stocks or whatever you're doing. And if you hear something interesting, you can look into that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Otherwise we're gonna be rambling on whatever we think up.
yeah, which, you know, it'll work, but I don't think it's going to be as interesting as if we have some questions to talk about. Um, but yeah, so how about we talk about the overlap between our world of coding? This is really what got me into investing in finance, I would say, is kind of the overlap of like algorithmic trading becoming a thing, uh, crypto, NFTs, stuff like that, where there's like a lot of nerds in this that kind of are now getting into finance because there's so big of an overlap now.
I feel like a lot of like the algorithmic investing is more with crypto than like say stocks or forex.
Yeah, I don't know how old my channel is now. I don't know when I started my YouTube channel, but
I
I think
I
it was
checked
like
I
about
checked right before this, and my last video was in 2015.
all right, so I made my channel October 17th, 2021. I was working on the first version of my like investor bot for probably 2 years before that. Because it was like at
Yeah,
the very beginning of COVID or even a little earlier than that that I really
yeah.
started diving into it.
But you would take breaks.
Yeah. So I would work on it for a while and then kind of forget about it and work on it for a while. But when I first started this, like there's all these algorithmic trading platforms now that you can like buy a subscription to and stuff like that. When I first started, none of those existed and I was like really excited because I was like, "Oh, I'm going to do this before anybody else." but at that point I didn't have the knowledge or anything really needed to make it good. And I mean, it's still not good. It's like mid.
Thought the one Ethereum paper trading did okay.
Yeah, the only problem is a lot of my stuff works really well in an uptrend.
Hmm.
But if the price is stable or if it's in a downtrend, it can't account for that currently, so it kind of just makes losing trades over and over again.
Gotcha.
Uh,
Yeah. I personally don't know enough about the different like patterns and algorithms to tell when to buy. I just kind of do research, and it's like, oh, this seems like a fair price kind of thing.
yeah, and I've been trying to get into learning more about signals and stuff, and I found some good YouTube channels that I've been watching just about like investing. There's this
Yeah.
one guy. I'm gonna plug his channel because I like his stuff, and he's pretty small. He's at like I think like 5,000 subscribers, so bigger than me by a lot. But um, Top Trading Edge, he posts a video every single day analyzing at the end of the trading day, analyzing like the movements that SPY made and looking at all these technical indicators and stuff. And he also live streams like I don't know if it's every day, but damn near. Um, Live streams himself making trades based off of all the stuff he's been talking about.
Yeah. I've seen plenty of those guys.
Yeah,
There was one on Twitch. I think he's actually called like the stocks guy or the stock guy or something. He has like thousands of people watching every single day. Crazy.
yeah, that is crazy. But yeah,
Um,
it's really interesting. I've been trying to learn more about that because I have the knowledge to put like different strategies into code. I just don't know what the good strategies are or like what I need to
yeah.
take into account. Like my first version, if you look back at my old videos, my first version literally went to some website. I don't remember the like URL right now, but went to some website and it had all like every technical indicator and all these moving averages listed. And next to them, it would say buy, sell, or neutral. And my first version just went, and if it said buy, that was a +1. If it said neutral, it was nothing. If it said sell, it was a -1. And at the end, if it was like, if the number was 5 or more, I would buy it. And if it was, once I owned it, if it went down to like -2, I would sell it. And that's how I did it. So I was like using all these random things, and sometimes they don't work together well, which I did not really understand.
Yeah.
Especially when
I also wonder.
I'm using like a 5-day EMA and then like a 200-day EMA at the same time.
Jeez.
It's like that just doesn't make
I'm,
any sense now that I know a little bit more.
I also kind of want to know the differences between like these algorithmic trades with crypto versus stocks. I feel like there's definitely got to be a difference. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
well, in my opinion, and that's why I kind of shifted to trying to do crypto with the algorithmic stuff instead,
Yeah.
because it's a lot more volatile. So there's more opportunity to do like quick day trades and make profit.
Yeah.
And there's also there's day trading laws on stocks that don't exist on crypto. So to day trade stocks, I think it's like 25 or 30,000 you need to have in your
Jeez.
account on whatever brokerage you're with to be able to day trade stocks continuously. If you go on Robinhood and day trade like 3 days in a row, it'll say you can't day trade for a while. And if you hit 5 days in a row, I think you get banned from day trading permanently.
Thought. Yeah. I thought for Robinhood it was also stocks that you couldn't day trade unless you had like 20,000 or something in it.
Yeah, so that's like it's like a law apparently, which is kind of
Jeez.
messed up, I think,
Well,
because
I mean, there's a lot of stupid people in the world, and I'm sure they've lost $1,000 during a day trade.
yeah, probably.
So this is,
Um,
I kind of think of it as like a way to
it's like
prevent people
uh,
from
makes
losing so
sense,
much
but like
money.
the way I think about it is like, well, it prevents people with like a low starting balance from doing the same trading strategies that these people with millions of dollars are doing
Yeah, that's
in
true
like a
too.
day trading sense. But
Plus, if you're in a free country, you should be able to do whatever you want, kind of thing.
yeah, and that's the thing with crypto is that restriction doesn't apply unless you're trading I don't know if you can do it on Robinhood or not, because Robinhood's weird with crypto. Don't buy crypto on Robinhood.
Yeah. I did
Uh,
Dogecoin for the meme. That's about it.
yeah, same. But you don't get to actually, you never get the keys of your crypto if you trade on Robinhood, which is kind of sketchy. Um,
Yeah, I actually didn't know that. I guess I didn't care enough to look into that, so that's probably why
yeah,
I didn't know.
but yeah, the whole
Yeah.
crypto world's just in shock right now because of what's the name of the company? I'm blanking.
Which one?
FTX. Yeah, the
Uh,
FTX huge crypto trading platform uh,
gotcha.
went bankrupt.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I
So
remember this.
yeah, the crypto world is reeling right now, but I still think it's gonna bounce back. I think there's too many coins right now, and a lot of them aren't gonna make it. But I think there are some good ones. Like Ethereum, in my opinion, is gonna be
Oh, yeah,
something useful in the
you were
future.
saying Ethereum too was coming out, and basically it sounds like it's gonna be a little more secure and much faster in
Yeah, just a
general.
better for like a transactional currency.
Yeah.
Because that's the big problem with like why. Well, one, the volatility makes it hard to buy and sell stuff with Ethereum, and two, the uh, the amount of time it takes to do a transaction. Like you wouldn't walk into like a Macy's and then sit at the cash register for 5 minutes waiting for your payment to go through. But with the new
Um,
Ethereum 2, it's gonna should in theory stabilize the price more and will make it so that it's like credit card speeds for doing transactions, which would be pretty great.
do you think when Ethereum 2 comes out and the price stabilizes that the price will be I guess the trend of the price will be different than other cryptos?
Mm, I don't know. I think it
Because
might. I think it'll be less volatile. I think it'll still keep increasing in value, but
I guess I mean like if you're looking at crypto, they're all kind of generally going
oh,
up
like
and
tied
down.
together. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think with Ethereum 2 that that's gonna break it apart,
I could
break away?
see that, but I can't say for sure. I haven't done enough research, but
Yeah.
I could see how that it being more stable like that would make it not tank when just because Bitcoin's tanking for whatever reason.
Mhm.
There's been this thing for like years. I think they call it the flippening. It's I think it's like
Flipping.
more of a Reddit thing, but it's been this whole thing for years. Like eventually Ethereum's going to overtake Bitcoin in value. Um, and everyone's just waiting for the day that happens. But it's going to be a while, I think.
Saw on Reddit the other day that someone says Bitcoin's gonna go up to 250,000 this year or this coming year.
Yeah, people are crazy with their predictions. Even you know what?
Wall Street bets
I'm gonna Google this right now. Ethereum price prediction. What? Give me your guess.
for like the beginning of next year or the end of
Let's
next year.
say uh, end of next year.
Um, what's it at right now? 1,200.
Mm, 12 to 15, somewhere in there.
It is yeah 1264. I'm gonna say it. Well, is Ethereum and Ethereum 2.0 are they gonna be two separate things? Or are they gonna be the same thing?
Same thing. It's gonna all Ethereum is gonna
Okay,
be
okay.
converted to Ethereum.
I think at least 1,500, and like that's gonna be the low of the year.
So what is
If
this?
Ethereum 2.0 comes out in 2023.
Yeah, so all these predictions are like 2,100, 2,600, 3,700, 2,100. This website's saying by the end of this year they think it'll be under 1,000, and then it's gonna jump back up again to 1,500.
Mhm. Thought all of them were kind of on a downtrend for the past, I don't know, few weeks.
Yeah, ever since the FTX bankruptcy, they've all been
Yeah.
trending down pretty hard, which is it's a shame.
How long ago was that? I thought that was like a while ago.
No, it was like a month ago maybe.
November 4th, I see the big drop.
Yeah, it's pretty recent.
Hmm.
But yeah, crypto's a crazy world, and I mean, it's definitely money to be made there if you can play the game right.
Yeah.
But I always
got to build your own investor bot, you know?
Yeah, I always recommend like in all my videos when I'm talking about crypto or that Fundrise video or whatever, diversifying. Like I think first things first, if you don't have a good like uh, retirement account with stocks and like solid stocks in it, probably do
Yeah.
that first, and then start worrying about where else you want to diversify your money.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. It,
Yeah.
it depends.
Definitely focus on retirement accounts
Yeah,
before like playing around with actual stocks in a brokerage account or
but then on the other
crypto.
hand, sometimes I think like, what if the economy goes to shit and then all your retirement account money is useless and you gotta,
I mean, supposedly it's going to happen here next year.
yeah, we'll see. Yeah, what are your economic predictions for the next year?
Um, Probably I'm going to say like in the end of first quarter, going to be down, like big recession. Um, and then probably by the end of the year, it's going to kind of start getting back to where it is now. I think
Okay.
is the Feds they're meeting up in a few days. I think the 14th. I
Hmm.
think they mentioned that they're going to increase the rate by zero point 0.5 this time instead of 0.75. So I mean, it's still gonna definitely go down, but it's not as much
So
for
what you're
once.
saying is I should liquidate everything and buy Ethereum.
If that's what you want to do, sure. I don't know. I'm not putting all my money or as much money into my investments as I was. I want to keep a little bit for when I think it's going to go down. You know?
Yeah. I'm still big on I really think real estate is probably one of the safest right now.
Oh yeah, I have. Uh, I'd say a decent chunk of my portfolio is REITs.
Yeah. And I mean, well, you're a homeowner, so that's always a
Yeah.
good investment.
Um, there's two in particular that I like. That one, I mean, they're both monthly dividend payments, which is always super nice.
Right.
Um, but I definitely have one of them in my retirement account, and that's just racking up money right now and tax free, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the nice
Um,
thing. I when I was first like getting into my retirement accounts, I did not understand the difference between a Roth and a traditional. Because like
there's
some people,
it's super confusing.
well, some people are like, oh, they each have their benefits and drawbacks, but realistically, Roth all the way, right?
Yeah, yeah, for
Yeah, because
sure.
like you're going to be in a higher tax bracket when you're
Hmm.
older, unless you really fuck up.
Yeah.
So it's you might as well just get the taxes over with now, and then not have to worry about it when you pull it out later.
Hmm. It was I was a little sketched out at first when I first created mine, um, because like through my company I get uh like matching,
Right.
and there's an option that I could do a Roth IRA, but I felt like I was getting super heavily taxed like twice when I contributed. So like one for like the actual tax that you normally get off of your income. Then I felt like there was another tax I was getting. So I stopped doing that. And then I started doing it. I made like my own individual Roth IRA.
Hmm.
And as expected, like I wasn't getting that extra tax that I thought I was. And so I was super sketched out, like, oh my gosh, is there gonna be more taxes down the road? Am I gonna get like tax fraud or something? I had no idea what I was doing. But I'm definitely glad I went with a Roth IRA though,
Yeah,
after I
I
did.
just transitioned. I was doing for the first mm, 5 years of my like getting a paycheck. I was doing half and half,
Mhm.
half Roth, half traditional. But I just switched everything over to Roth and like ate the taxes on my traditional now. Uh,
That's, that's one thing I kinda hate with, the company my company retirement account is through,
hmm.
is they won't a majority of my retirement for my company retirement account is the 401k, and
Right.
I asked if I could switch it to the Roth IRA option, they're like, "Nope, not allowed."
Well,
I was
that's
like,
annoying.
"Okay, well, yeah." So I have the first how many years now of 401k, and I want it all in my Roth IRA.
Well, when you leave the company someday, you should be able to transfer it out, I think.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully.
But yeah,
Um,
crazy world, crazy times we're in right now financially.
yeah. Um, I I don't know about words. I don't really have any predictions about inflation. I mean, it's slowly going down now, but
Hmm.
in my opinion, not fast enough. I think should have should have done stuff sooner. You know, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, hindsight's 2020, but it seems like a lot of people have been predicting this for a long time, and I think they're definitely could
Well,
have.
we're way past like when we should have gotten a recession.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah,
don't know if
and it's
you've checked
weird.
out the trend. Yeah, we're past by
Weren't
I
we
would say like
technically in a recession at one point? I forget what the technical definition is, but I think we were in a
well we are
recession.
now. We
Yeah,
are now. Um, I think it's at 2 quarters is a downtrend, something like that.
it's
Of
a period of temporary economic decline during which trade and industry activity, generally identified by a fall in GDP 2 successive quarters.
yeah, yep. And I think this is the 3rd quarter now that we are in a downtrend.
Yeah,
So technically we are in a recession, but not the kind of recession that everyone like assumes.
yeah, and I don't know enough about it, but it would be interesting to look into why that is. That like we're in a recession, but people aren't hurting as bad as they have in the past.
Because the I guess the aftermath of interest rate hikes don't come until about generally 6 months after the first interest rate hike.
Hmm,
So that's why I'm saying like this 1st quarter is when
gonna
we're
be
going to start
bad,
feeling it. Yeah, and especially with all the 0.75s that we've been getting,
right?
next year and possibly the year after is not going to be fun. But that's again, that's why in my opinion, that's why I'm holding off on some cash and getting ready for lower prices.
Right.
Not that I'm trying to time the market, but I'm trying to get a little bit of a discount. You know,
Yeah. There's a saying about that, like trying to
don't
time
time
the
the
market. Yeah.
market. Yeah, it's I don't know the saying, but it's better to be in the market rather than time the market kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. It's always like time in the market is invaluable.
Mm.
So, all right, you got any other parting words or last minute topics you want to discuss?
No, I thought this was fun,
Yeah.
especially the financial talk.
Yeah, this has been good. So, if you made it this far, thank you so much.
What are
Very
we at? Like, how
impressive of
long
you.
are we at right now?
Like 40 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah, 40 minutes. So, yeah, if we have some questions in the comments and stuff, or I'll post some stuff on the channel, like YouTube or Discord and stuff like that. If you have anything, let us know what you want to hear about. And we'll do the same thing probably every week or maybe every other week.
Yeah.
Once we have enough topics to talk about and put some good content out. We also we if you're interested in seeing it live, we've talked about doing it live and then uploading it afterward as well. So if that's something that interests you, let us know about that, and we will hit you guys up in the next one, I guess. So say bye, Casey.
Bye, Casey.
Of course. All right, we'll see you guys next
Yeah.
time. Thanks for listening.
See you guys.
Have a good one.